All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Tara from Pratt Center. Usually you see Paula, but Paula is not able to join us this evening. So I'm going to kick off the February CAG meeting. Thank you all for being here, and I will pass it to Ethan.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Hello, everybody. As you all know, my name is Ethan Kraft. I am a part of the program management team for the ESCR project. I'm joined on the call tonight with some colleagues from the PMCM as well as DDC and several of our sister agencies. I will go ahead and get moving on this presentation. Just a highlight of the things that we're going to discuss tonight. We'll go through most of our standard agenda items. And I'll begin with our employment resources slide. As you know, the project is fully staffed, but we do what we can to connect job seekers to local organizations that provide training and other resources, especially if they are in the community. We had a very successful event earlier this week. 56 folks from the community attended, and we had great presenters throughout the hour. This presentation will be posted to our website tomorrow, and the recording of the virtual event will be posted in the days ahead when it is ready. Also, we highlighted this last month, but we again want to bring your attention to the DDC Summer Internship Program. Applications for this will close in just over a month at the end of March. It's geared towards students at the sophomore level and above studying architecture, engineering, design, construction management. It's 10 weeks from the start of June to the start of August. So if you know any folks who are studying in any of those fields, please direct them to that. It's a great program, and oftentimes we'll have an intern here on the project. So that's a great opportunity. These are our three contracts. We're focusing on Project Area 1 and Parallel Conveyance tonight for our regular construction updates. Throughout Project Area 1, we have a lot of our usual activities. Many of these activities were also going on during last month's CAG. At the southern end, they are continuing to install the flood wall along the FDR Drive and then doing some testing and adjustments to the floodgates that have been installed down there. In Area 2, we have ongoing construction of the park's maintenance and operations area, as well as the tennis building. In Area 3, lots of different operations, including a lot of work at the East Houston Street retaining wall, Esplanade reconstruction, and then clean fill installation and sort of the beginning of some amenity features and equipment up there, which I have a couple photos of, I think. In Area 4, deep sewer work is ongoing, as well as the buried flood wall installation. The East 10th Street Bridge, some of the work on its its eastern abutment on the park side has started. Those piles are being installed. And then in Area 5, which is right by NYCHA Reese, there's a lot of Con Ed work going on both East 10th Street and right near the Con Ed facility at around East 13th, East 14th Street. We have continued preparation for the East 13th Street flood wall as well as the bridge, and I'll get a little bit more into that on the next slide. I'm in Area 6. I hope Diana's on. I want to just talk a little bit about the punch list. I got a little bit of clarity on what remains in the southern portion. You may see some minor activity, but none of the punch list items are anticipated to impact park use or access. Some of them are weather dependent, so there may not be any activity right now, but as conditions allow, some of this work will be completed. Again, it's all relatively minor things that aren't anticipated to impact the usage of the park. As always, regardless of whether an operation is on the punch list or not, We'll communicate any park access changes as we hear about them. For instance, we know that the Corlears Hook Bridge will close at some point in the future for the installation of the permanent fencing there. We also know that when the amphitheater canopy, when construction starts on that, we'll need to close certain areas down there just for the public safety. So as we get those schedules and any other potential access changes, we will keep you all and the rest of the community informed. So back up on the north end at East 10th Street and East 14th Street, we have two major upcoming operations that we've discussed in the past, although the order of them has changed. We'll now begin installing bridge piles. Um, we are expecting this to be in April. It may shift, but we are working on the exact timeline and the footprint of that work now, and we will communicate it when we have it. While this is expected to be noisy and disruptive, it will be during the day, so it'll be slightly less annoying and frustrating than the next item, which is flood wall sheet installation near East 13th Street. This operation has to take place at night because of the Department of Transportation permits. We have to close some of the lanes of the FDR Drive. So in order to do that, we have to complete that work at night. Timelines for both of these operations are heavily dependent on Con Edison. So that's why we don't have specific dates yet, but again, as soon as we have them, we'll share them. We have vibration monitors in NYCHA's buildings, as well as settlement monitoring in the area, and then our usual air quality monitoring, of course. And we are working with local elected officials and Reese to make sure that residents in this area are informed in advance um, of any night work or other disruptive work in this area. Moving into some construction photos, I mentioned the sewer work in the northern area. You can see on the left photo here that the trench for some of that sewer work is getting backfilled. On the right, you can see some of the foundations and footing for the East Houston Street retaining wall. Those are piles that are sticking up out of the ground. You can see they're fairly large if you look at them compared to the workers next to them. Otherwise, we have tie rods being installed along the waterfront. This secures that the waterfront structures and the interior buried flood wall. This goes pretty much all along the riverfront. So this is just on the northern end. And then this middle photo shows kind of some of the crisscrossing of utilities that we experience on the job. The sewer is getting installed beneath some existing utilities that are protected and supported there. I'm sorry that this photo on the right is a little bit blurry. It was the best one that we had, but these are some of the existing timber piles that we've talked about from when the park was constructed. They were buried, and they are being excavated as we complete the underground work in this area. Moving on, these are some of the amenity sort of the starting we're starting to see some of the amenities come together in the closed area of the park. This is the concrete curb being installed for the fence posts for fields 3 and 4. In the middle, you can see masonry work for the tennis building. That building is getting much taller, it's starting to look like an actual building. And then on the right, that's down at the southern end along the FDR Drive, some rebar in preparation for the flood wall form work, where that concrete will be filled in and it'll have that nice wave finish that the rest of the flood walls have. As with the rest of the city, snow removal has been a major focus for the project in the last month or so, especially after January's storm. Um, of course, we clear the site as quickly as possible so that the construction can continue. When the snow freezes, of course, that's a little bit more difficult, as well as when the ground is frozen. This also, as we all know, Con Edison crews are needed elsewhere during weather conditions like this, so it can add some challenges around any operations that we need to schedule with their crews. And those are just some photos of snow on the site from this most recent storm. For environmental monitoring, update for this month for January. These are our air quality monitors. They're in the same place as they have been for the last couple of months. It was a good month in terms of air quality monitoring. We had no alerts that were longer than 15 minutes. And for those three alerts that you see, dust mitigation techniques were applied each time. Moving on to parallel conveyance. These are our six major locations. You can see in locations 2 and 3, sewer installation is bolded. That's really where the bulk of the sewer installation is happening right now. Delancey Street North and Delancey Street South. In Water Street, most of the work on the public side of things is complete. There's a little bit more work to do on Jackson Street. There is also light being installed on Water Street this month. There was a temporary light fixture there up until now. So this will be the permanent final restoration of those lights. And then further north at location 4, East Houston Street and Columbia Street, sewer installation will get underway up there soon. And then in locations 5 and 6, we have utility relocation throughout, as well as some test jet grouting on Avenue C between East 20th and East 20th and East 23rd. A little bit more on the Williamsburg Bridge, just some more timeline-focused items. On Delancey Street South and Lewis Street, that operation has been going on since September, and it is anticipated to continue until this next month. So it'll be happening throughout March, and then it should wrap up there on Delancey Street South. There are vibration monitors in place all around these operations. And then on the north side, we expect that sewer work to continue for 5 to 7 months from now. Some photos of PC. You can see here on East 20th Street, some Con Ed utility relocation. On the right, you can see the installation of secant piles for the deep drop manhole. You may recall last month we highlighted this very, very large hole that's in the ground. There's actually some photos of it on the next slide, but that hole is on Delancey Street, and this machine, this operation that is in this photo is beginning the same process on Delancey Street North. So again, this is that deep drop manhole. You can see on the left, these are sort of a progression of photos. So on the left, there is the formwork for the manhole. Then you can see the base installed in the middle. And then on the right, you can see the roof slab going in. And you can see the perspective from the street above and the workers on the railing, just how deep and wide this manhole is. So that is it for our presentation, and I'm happy to take any questions. I also just want to say that we will be at the Community Board 3 Parks Committee meeting in March, on March 12th. So we'll be available there for any additional questions and any updates.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, I see Wendy, then Michael.
Hi. Thanks for that presentation. And I have a couple questions one is about the bathrooms, which are maybe being used as a residence. I don't know, but there's been numerous complaints. There's been messages back and forth with the CCL, and I don't know if there's any plan for, this situation, but that's one thing I'd like to know about, and also access for emergency vehicles. Has that been worked out in the
I
open part of the park?
Yes, I can speak to emergency vehicles. This came up a little bit at CB3 as well. The emergency agencies have access to our emergency access plan. I think that based on some of what we heard at CB3, it's probably worth resending that to them. We've been in touch with Parks on this as well. So we will reshare that with them, and we'll discuss it at the next CB3 district cabinet meeting. But for your awareness, emergency vehicles can access the site from the southern end at Montgomery Street through the construction ramp that's there. They can also get across the Corlears Hook Bridge. That supports vehicles. Delancey Street is not rated for vehicles. And then for construction site purposes, not in the public area, there are more ramps off of the FDR that allow them to enter the site up there if they should need to. On the bathroom question, these are the porta potties, I assume? I don't know if Parks has, if this is on Parks' radar. I'm personally not aware of it, so I'll take it back
Thank
if no
you.
one else has information.
That would be great. And I want to bring up one other thing that's a little bit future, which is in July, there's lots of excitement on the East River, and it's tall ships, and there's flyovers, there's lots of fireworks that will be visible from East River Park. Last year, the park was closed on 4th of July. And I'm hoping this year it's actually open and ready for an influx of people who are coming to watch these events that start 2 or 3 days before the 4th. So I'm bringing it up now because people want to be out there. So it's an important time. And I don't know if it's already on your radar screen or not. I had been invited to a meeting about it by the Dutch consulate. They're excited about it. And I think New Yorkers will be too.
I don't know if anyone from Parks wants to speak to that, but we'll certainly share the message with them if not.
Yeah, I can take that back and get back an update on what's going on.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Therese.
much, Teresa. And okay, I'll yield the floor. Thank you all. Still worried about the shade issue, of course, but we can talk about that another time. Bye.
Thank you,
Hey,
Wendy.
how are you? Or Ethan, sorry.
That's
Long
okay.
day. I just have one quick question, and only because it's kind of become sort of a running joke in my complex. What is going on with the Delancey Bridge staircase, and why is it taking so long to open?
Yes, we are aware that it is taking longer than it seems like it should. We have been waiting on parts to arrive to, finish the railing. Because the bridge opened when it did, the staircase was incomplete and it wasn't at the top of the list of things that needed to be completed to open the park. So we do anticipate it finally being open in the next month. I am very eager to see it open, so um, hopefully March will be the time. That is the most recent timeline that we heard.
Great, thanks, Ethan.
All right. Diane?
Hey, Ethan. Thank you for following up on the punch list. Roughly how many items are on it?
So this is kind of a hard question to answer. I don't have a specific number, and some things that end up on the punch list are placed there as sort of to-do items that need to be done before the project is completed. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that I'll be able to get you a specific number.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that it is a variety of small things, such as graffiti removal on the Delancey Street Bridge, paint touch-ups elsewhere, adding tags to light poles, things like that.
And where are the items on the punch list coming from? Is it just complete things that the construction team is noticing? Does Parks have input into it? Like, how is the punch list getting put together?
So yes, and I don't want to imply that things that are on the punch list are the only avenues through which things can get repaired.
Mm-hmm.
The punch list is pretty much set, and that list is determined during turnover. However, if there's anything that breaks and is under warranty and needs to be replaced, those would be like we would be happy to investigate those. So if you notice something in the park, I think reaching out to us or reaching out to Parks are two good avenues to making sure that it's on someone's radar.
Okay, so you have an ongoing collaboration with Parks on the punch list. Is
Yes,
that fair to
yes,
say? Okay,
yes, and on other issues that emerge in the park. We
okay,
meet with Parks typically bi-weekly, and then I am in touch with other folks from Parks, including Therese, as needed.
great. Okay. And then about the the unfortunate weather delays. Thank you for pointing that out and for pointing out that obviously Con Ed has been needed to do other things in the city these last few weeks. Do you guys anticipate any, significant schedule impacts from that, or any significant changes in sort of the order in which things happen, or is it something that, fairly recoverable?
I don't have an answer for you, but I have not heard anything about it impacting the longer term schedule.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
You got it.
Robin?
Hi, I'm a public cafe, so I hope it's not too noisy in my background. Ethan, thanks for the presentation. Two things. One, as you can imagine, the park is being highly used because of the snow, and it's been very beautiful. I don't know if Parks is on the call, but none of the pathways are shoveled, and so it's hard to get around if you want to enjoy the park. I just wanted to talk about what I wanted to mention was the parallel conveyance stuff, and thank you so much for that presentation. But the walkway from along Delancey Street, from it's very it's like being inside of it's like walking in the middle of a construction zone. There's just a line of equipment up and down the block next to the sidewalk. There seems to be no covering and nothing's protected. I don't know if there's any management or who's looking into that stuff. Just the equipment that's just open and loose all along the sidewalk, the street, all the way down from like Columbia Street all the way down pretty much to the bridge. It makes it a little difficult to enter the park.
Okay, thank you. I will take that back and see what's going on. Also, if you notice it in the future and you could just snap some photos, that would be very helpful for
Oh,
our conversations.
okay, cool. I'll do that. I think I might have done that already.
Okay, great. Yeah, feel free to send those my way. It just helps us when we, talk to the folks in charge. And then as for parks paths, we will work with parks to make sure that pathways are properly taken care of.
Yeah, we're working on priority areas first, which are perimeters and like central pathways, and some places we have equipment for that are the right size. These are narrow paths, and we need to have a gator plow, which one of them is out of service right now, and we're trying to get it back up and running quickly.
Oh, hi, Therese. Thanks for that. Actually, none of the local parks in the neighborhood are plowed. Like, none of your
Yeah, no,
pathways.
we're
Just
working on
FYI.
perimeters. Yeah, our perimeters are first, and we've got a lot of trees down. It's a big storm, and it's like a
Yeah.
consecutive effort at cleaning, and it's
Yeah. I of
beating
course
us
I
up.
know. Of course I get it, but just letting you know, like half of my street is plowed because of my building, and the other half is not because it's a park. So thanks.
Yeah, we actually help DSNY in the priorities of the city at large. We clear bus stops sometimes, we clear hydrants and the streets because our plows can fit on the narrow streets downtown. So we're working with a larger objective and hitting the perimeters. We're getting there. So now we're going to start doing the interiors of parks.
All right. Christine?
Thank you. And yeah, thanks, Therese. I think parks workers are always out there really trying to make the city run. And yeah, I noticed the same thing, but then I also heard that you were pulled in different directions. And, apparently parks, well, I won't get into it, whether how important parks are. I think they're very important. But in any event, what I wanted to ask is a question for Ethan. I remember at one point we asked for an updated Gantt chart, and I think I have skipped a few meetings, and I'm just wondering where we are with that. Did I just miss it, or can we see that sometime?
Are you asking about Project Area 1?
Yeah, were you still working?
Yes, I have one for you. I can pull it up real quick.
What, you keeping that a secret from us?
No,
After
no.
we asked for months to get one?
Of course not. No, we included it with our December timeline announcement. Let me just quickly share this screen for you. I would never want to keep something from you, Christine.
So have
out.
other people seen the Gantt chart? I'm just like, if it was presented, I can always dig it up in the December.
No, that's quite all right. We have started posting it. It is on our website. Did that share properly? Can you see it? Okay, great. So this is the current Gantt chart. It is on I think the construction updates page of our site.
Great, thank you.
You got it.
All right, Trevor.
All right, thanks for the update. Just a quick question and a follow-up on Wendy's question, and maybe Wendy can answer it also, is that Wendy, you mentioned activities going on in the East River, and you were in a meeting for the July 4th for America's 250 year celebration. Uh, do you have any information on stuff that's going on the East River, or is this the West River? Because I hadn't heard anything about tall ships being on the East River or fireworks being on the East River.
I do have one slide and I can share it.
Sure.
Can I put it in the chat? I don't have it in higher resolution. It's a shot taken of a screen, but it does have some info. So I'm happy to put it in the chat.
And where was this from? The Dutch consulate?
Yeah, and they went to a Port Authority event and then talked with a group of people who do waterfront stuff.
Okay.
All right, so I'll put it
Thanks.
in, I'll try and put it in the chat now.
Thanks.
Frank?
Hey Ethan, how you doing? Thank you for the presentation, as usual. One quick question, but I will just say, as far as Pier 42 is concerned, it was shoveled pretty quickly. I did observe, so I want to say thanks to all the workers. I saw it was a tough job too, actually, but they worked on it very diligently on all the pathways. So I think they get the shout out for that because it was a lot of effort. And I know that even in my own development, they did that before we even cleared our sidewalks with a plow. And I saw some of them working with the hand shovel too. But my actual question is, and I was in touch with Tanya, so you may not have additional update, and Tanya's in touch with us. But I just wanted to, as far as parallel conveyance, I did want to ask whether or not you had any understanding on the Con Ed, whether or not there was a transformer splicing work, and if there was any movement, because that relates to the parking that's closed off on Water Street near Jackson. So I just didn't know if there was any other additional updates.
I am not sure. I don't know if Tanya has some. She may text them to me here, but I'll try to get an answer for you.
That's fine. No, no. I just figured since it's the opportunity to speak and ask, she'll get back to us. So I know she
Yes.
will. So I just didn't know if maybe there was an update, so that I can share with my neighbors who keep complaining, that it will be around the horizon. But we'll wait
Yes.
for Tanya's notice.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes,
All
she will
right.
get back to you, as you know.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have any other questions? Anyone else? All right. That's the case. Thank you, agencies, for being here to present. It's only 4:30, so folks, the CAG, we can just stay on and continue with CAG business, but thank you all for being here, and we'll just take 2 minutes. Actually, like 4:35, we'll start the CAG only portion if folks just want to jump and take a short break.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my email in the chat.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Teresa.
Thank you,
Thank
Teresa.
you.
All right, everyone, we can go ahead and start. Um, as you all know, Paul is not here. So I just wanted to just give a little bit of an update with regard to the shading issue. So I think the last communications that we had was with Councilmember Epstein and Marte's office. If I were, yeah, I'm just looking, just one second. Um, and they did meet with Parks to come up with the figure because what we were hearing from them is that they Parks was we were hearing from the elected officials they needed a number. Parks also wanted to hear from the council or from the elected officials that this was a priority item for them. So it looks like they did, in fact, meet last week. And I'm just gonna, I don't know if this was shared with you all, but I think there were just some limitations with capital funding because of the bond. There's like some bonding requirements and cost with some capital funding. So they are looking at the potential of using the umbrellas. Some rough figures that Park shared with them would be about 7 to 10,000 per umbrella slash table. I don't know what they're proposing. They didn't provide any kind of spec. But the shade structures would definitely like run a wide range. You're saying 80K to 1 million per shade structure. Um, Also, of course, the umbrellas would be quicker. But they said, according to the meetings with Parks, it looks like they were also told that the shade structures, even if there weren't these obstacles with bonding and cost, it could take up to 3 years. So they are trying. They are. I think the last we heard is that they're going. From the liaison from Councilmember Epstein's office is going back to their budget director to make sure that everything is accurate. And I believe Paula shared the priority areas for shading, but this was where we left off like a few days ago. Robin, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, do we know what these look like? Did you say tables with
No,
umbrellas?
they didn't. They didn't. It says umbrella slash tables. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
any.
think if we don't need any more tables, with
Yeah,
umbrellas, if that's what they're thinking.
yeah. I
We
mean,
got enough of those.
we can ask them to ask Parks if they didn't provide any kind of spec of what those would look like. We can do that.
Yeah, Tara, it's Diane. Can I jump in for a second?
Sure.
When we met with Parks, to talk through what the options were, um, they were mostly talking with us about just adding more of the umbrellas. They didn't mention any tables at that time. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing to check on because what we had talked about in that meeting was adding umbrellas, near benches and near children's play areas and things like that, and not, trying to find space for more tables.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, just making note. Okay, definitely. So we can follow up with the elected officials just to see what Parks had proposed, if there's any kind of spec or anything of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
Robin, do you have your hand raised again, or is this from last time? Oh, okay. So that was really the update that I had on our end, and I'm not sure if there's any like new items or additional items or follow-up that you all would have for me.
Hey Tara, it's Diane again.
Yeah.
So we had also met with the borough president's office.
Hmm.
Do you know if there was any follow-up on that?
Yeah, so this is where we followed up with them last week because we were told that their priority is basically, yeah, as you know, their priority is arts and culture.
Mm-hmm.
They did say that we could make a request under this idea that for the amphitheater specifically, and we were told that Parks would have to make that request or a
Mm-hmm.
group licensed by Parks.
Mm-hmm.
So we could not, as the CAG, submit a request. And my understanding is also that that deadline has passed.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at this rate, I think I might be misremembering. I think if it were to come from Parks, they may have some leeway deadline wise, but it would be
Mm-hmm.
very short.
Mhm.
But it would have to, but the request at this point would have to come from Parks, or we would have to be planning for next year.
Okay. All right. Uh, all right. And then when you spoke to um, uh, the council members,
Mhm.
did they have any sense of when the CAG might get an update on the status of the request? How much they were proposing to allocate, or, as Robin asked, exactly what kind of shade are we talking about?
No, but we could ask. We can.
Yeah.
I know, and also Max from Councilmember Marte's office is
Yeah.
here, so I'm
Hey,
sure
Ah,
everyone.
we'll
okay.
Yeah, I am sorry. I have not been saying anything because I've just been texting our budget director to get answers to all these questions.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're just not in the office right now. But yeah, what they told me. So in terms of how much timeline and funding and everything, we just don't have that yet. Like again, the budget process, right? The applications just closed, and so I think again, our budget director, the council members, will still be going over the budgets for all the
Hmm.
applications over the next 3 to 5 months. So yeah,
Hmm.
just don't have any updates on that. But in terms
Hmm.
of the shade structures, yeah, so they did have they did provide, and I wasn't in that meeting, but our budget director was. They did provide, mock photos of like the different types of examples of shade structures. And
Hmm.
one of the follow-ups was they were going to send us all of those. And so once we get those, we can share those with all of you after like what the different options there were. And I asked about the umbrellas versus and like the tables. Yeah, our budget director said they didn't say anything about tables. They just said like big umbrellas. So
Hmm.
again, not sure if what exactly that means, but yeah, once we get that follow-up from Parks, and we'll follow up again now that we've had this, I can share that with all of you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Hi. Hi, Max. It's my neighbor.
Hey,
I
Robin.
do have my hand up again. I just put a picture in that I just took off my photos of like what an umbrella could look like. That lots of people use. Just when it's in downtown Brooklyn, it's just from the Brooklyn Bridge, Brooklyn, the bid downtown Brooklyn. But there's umbrellas like this that are really heavy duty that don't tip over. I can imagine, this can happen in less than 3 years. There's also ones with rounder bases that, it would require, some staffing, but
Yeah.
this
No,
is
no,
my
totally. I know
example.
when
This is
our
my
budget director
example
came
of it.
back from that meeting and said 3 years and 7 to 10,000, our whole office was just that doesn't make any sense. So I think
Anyway,
yeah,
this is
it's a thing we'll have to explore
yeah.
and talk with them
And
more
and
about.
these are very wind resistant, sturdy kinds of things that, I'm
Yeah.
happy to also share more with you, Max, if that would be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. So so yeah,
Yeah,
I'll talk
email
to our
me and
budget
I'll
director
send
when
you some
they're
more.
back in. But yeah, send me
Okay.
whatever you're thinking. But yeah, I think we are going to be pushing back on parks on this a bit because yeah, it just seems the timelines and the budgets they're giving just don't seem like possible for like the very simple things that we're asking for.
Yeah. And these are very heavy. They can't be stolen easily. Like you need to put them on a cart. Like these are,
Yeah.
I know, Diane, this is just something that I was sharing as an idea. Thanks.
Yeah, Robin, I think when we talked to Parks, they were just proposing to put in more of the blue and green metal umbrellas that you see in the park now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but let's let the council members do their thing and come back and let us know what's on the table.
Yeah, we will definitely do that.
we don't want any tables, Diane.
I totally agree with you. We have plenty of tables for the moment.
Wendy?
Hi, just mentioning that the idea of putting a container for plants so it's close to a bench but irrigated by the system that's already in place. I don't know if that got included, but the idea of having fast growing grasses that would shade some of the benches that way could possibly work. And I don't know how expensive it would be, but I don't think it would, violate the guarantees for the other plantings. And I was just at the meeting that Chris and Harvey was held for nonprofits to make requests, and there were like 130 groups in the room. So I'm just saying, there's so much activity in this community and so many requests. So good luck, Max.
Yeah, that's where our budget director is right now. So yeah, I do not envy them being having to talk to 130 groups.
It
Rather be
was
here.
big.
Yeah, Max, I'm wondering, since you're here, because we at Friends of Cornelius Park, we've gotten expense funding for years, and typically the way it works is that, once it's awarded, we have to then wait until the contract is executed with the city. And then until that time comes, we basically have to front the money and then get reimbursed for the expenses. So it's like a year-long process of like, we spend the $5,000 and then at the end of the year, we get paid $5,000 back. Is this going to work that way too? Or is this just, or you might not know yet, but is this just going to allocate into the parks budget for them to deal with it?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's going to depend if the money, right? If it's going to straight to parks, then yes, then it's if the parks. If it's we're giving it to Friends of Cornelius Hook or again the CAG or whichever nonprofit has applied, then it would probably work through the reimbursement. But I think what it sounds like I should do is next CAG meeting, bring our budget director on the call so you all can just talk directly because yeah, they will be a lot more helpful on the budget questions than
Yeah,
I'll
and
be.
I think just also to sort of set expectations for the rest of the CAG, because we've been through this numerous times, and I'm sure Christine has as well. Like, we don't find out if we're funded until, sometimes August. Like sometimes
Right.
the fiscal year has already started and we're already spending money on a grant that we don't know that we've gotten.
Right.
Because we don't until the city votes a budget in, nobody knows whether or not they get funded. So depending on how contentious the city voting the budget in and what the city council and the mayor is, we're not going to know. So, I would say if people on the CAG are hoping to see new umbrellas this summer, it's probably not going to happen. At earliest, they might get put in the fall or the spring.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And yeah, again, the budget process is complicated and frustrating. And again, doesn't work as quickly or as well as it should. But yeah, no, definitely noted. So yeah, it sounds like, yeah, what I'll do is, yeah, I'll make sure that Andy is on this call next month. So you can have kind of a more substantive conversation on all this.
Taking my own notes. Oh, we lost Wendy, but she's coming back in. Are there any other questions or any other topics that we want to talk about today? Well, I feel like every time when it's not Paula, these meetings are very quick, and I know it's not me. So, but if there's nothing else,
It's not
then
you.
I was like, I would
Not
like to think
you.
I'm very efficient, but no. But yeah, if there's anything else,
Ethan's updates used to be an hour long, and now they're like 20 minutes because it's
yeah,
Exactly,
well
Right.
underway.
exactly,
The train
exactly.
has left the station, so
Right. It's like
yeah.
we're building it, we're building it.
We're building it, yeah, and we're low key, we're kind of almost in the home stretch. So so
Right.
yeah, of course, if there's anything, please reach out. But yeah, we'll do some follow-up and you all get an hour and 12 minutes back. So thank you all until next month.
woo!
All right.
I
Thank
got
you.
Thanks for leading us
Bye.
today, Tara.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.